back on the painting grind, back to the painting grind, yes. And so here, just on the teeth of these guys, 4 of them have the teeth out, and 2 of them, these 2, they have a helmet on, so nothing on them. And now I'm going to take care of all the areas that should be glowing as well. So we have here, this is done, the glowing parts, and here we have the crystals, but then you also have the eyes and the runes and the scars. So here they have been stitched, but I will try to have some green here and there. Wish me good luck. I will be using this AK paint, greenish white, AK 11005. Giving it a good shake. Yes. And so that's my palette. I used these for the metallics, these for the stitches, I believe this morning, the black. Here I cannot remember. Here done the teeth with this here. That was for the mouth, inside the mouth, just easy wash. And this greenery and yellow was for the crystals, and starts with this, the off-white, green. Okay, something like this. Up. All right. Okay. So I try to keep a nice tip, because you see here these areas, they're very thin, and so almost hard to get to. Let me organize my palette and stuff on the desk, on the painting desk. Yes, okay. So I try to go like this, loading the brush and keeping a good amount so that it flows, but at the same time I want a good tip. Okay, and now let's try. I have another brush just here in case an accident happens. I will clean up with this clean brush. Bit more water. Too much? Yes, that's story of my life. Okay, in fact, I would like a very loaded brush with a sharp tip. Okay. Okay, I will do a cleanup here. Oh, I need a stronger brush to scrub the excess. Maybe a finger, let's try. Oh, let me grab this, maybe, I think. Yes, this one, synthetic brush. With a stronger tip, so I can scrub the excess. Yes, and it works, very nice. Oh, I have bizarre stuff now and then on here. Oh, bad. I don't know what it is. I will wait for it to dry and see. Here I have lost some of the brown. Okay, let me try to clean up here. Rinse and repeat. Here. Okay. Yes, I have definitely lost some coloration here. Very funny. Maybe I scrapped too hard. Okay, but these runes are done. Well, done for the first step. This is just the undercoat. Let's try it here. Little Skaven symbol. More water, I believe. Yeah. Working fine. Wow, you see how it's flowing into the recesses? Yeah. Nice. So that's not as hard as I thought. I'm just very curious to know if I can get back some coloration right now here on this area. So I will use my, I think it's this one. I hope it's this one. Yes. Oof, sorry for the camera. Okay, so good shake. All right, and then just going to try to grab some here. I don't need much. Just trying to put back some coloration on the part where I lost it. So that's a very saturated brown. So that should really just do it, because that's what it was to begin with. Yeah, something like this. I don't want to expand too much. Here I will just feather a little bit like this to have a transition. Yeah, something like this. Okay, good. Cleaned up. I like it better like this. And I can continue with the white. You know what? I will try something. So the armor is done for this. Oh, I will still have the eyes. Okay, a bit more water so that it flows better into the recesses. So here it's not really flowing, and that's why I have these problems. So maybe I add a bit more water, a bit more paint as well. Whoops. Hurry up. Trying to clean up. Wow, too much water. So the problem, if I flood it with water, the water will bring the paint that is inside the recesses, bring it out, it will overflow. But here it's okay. Okay, good. Given that I will have some green after that. So yes, here we have these two parts. And then I do the stitches. I will do the armor on all of them, and then I will do the stitches. So I keep on one task until done. So I can get better and better at this one task on the series of the 6 of them that we have here. Okay, so I still have this problem here. Seems that this recess is always overflowing slightly, causing me problems. Okay. Yes, because I need a solid coat here. And so this looks solid enough. Yeah. Of course, it will look a lot better when it will be finished. But in the meantime, it's all about building the steps that will lead to the final result. Okay, something like this. Okay, that's neat. Very good. Okay, so I will do the next armor. Let me check if we have any other runes here. But I don't think we do. So that's 1 out of the 6. Let me arrange them like so. So easier to grab. That's 1, and then 5 more. Okay, let me check this guy. Oh, it should be exactly the same. Oh no, it's not the same at all. Okay. I think he has nothing. Perfect. And these are some scratches, so it's not like we have any work. And I don't think there are any runes on there. Well, I mean carved runes that could glow. Not these ones that are popping out. Popping out, I don't do them. Well, I mean, I leave them as part of the armor, as a metal Well, there will be this, but okay, let's do it now. Dirty, what a dirty job. Oh, with the contrasts, it still helped. But I don't really care because this, I will do, oh my God, when it's flowing clean into the recess, it's just really beautiful. And so because now it has a lot of saturation in the recess, all the dirty job I did at the beginning is barely noticeable. But anyway, here should be some too. Let me check. Oh, we have some inside here, very difficult to get. Wow. Oh, look at the coverage of this paint. 8K. Just like I said previously, I am not sponsored. I wish I was. Oh, look at that. Just so precise and so just powerful. It flows well off of the brush. Packs a punch in terms of coverage. Really, really nice to work with. Of course, when it dries, I see it's losing some of that punch, but with a second coat, because it's like white on black, something like this. Okay, let's go with the second coat, second pass. Okay, and yes, the N here. Okay, once more. So I may have to do another pass. Let me check. Okay, I have some dry black paint I will try to use here. Let me check. Okay, to kind of clean up here, because we have a part at the center that doesn't want to be covered. Fair enough, there will be a lot more painting on this. And then just the first steps, kind of the base coat that will lead to the glowing effect. So at that stage, it will be covered. No need to be cleaning it. Okay, good enough. Oof. So you see when it has dried, it has almost lost all the punch and the coverage. So we need a few passes Okay, something like this. And that will be this guy done. To the, oh yeah, that was pretty fast yet. Okay, yeah. To the third one. Oof, okay, big one here. I will try something. I try to add the water inside. I did that when I did the cracks in the base, but on the first attempt, it gave me something messier than when I didn't do it, though I want to try again. With water and a very precise application. It should flow very well. It should. More paint. I need more paint here. Oh my god. Looked simple because it was big, and now it's turning into a disaster. Okay, at least it is clean. Okay, again, never give up. So the tip is important here. It's not as simple as it looks. Because it was pretty big, I was very confident, and then I made a mess. So okay, a bit more water, a bit more paint. Okay. Oops. Again, at this spot here, treacherous. Okay, good. So that's because the armor is pretty dark here, and the white is pretty light indeed. The contrast is so stark that it requires a lot of precision, because any mistake will be highly noticeable. But then when I use a transparent gray paint, green paints to go over the white, it will cover the white very well, but the effect on the darker part will be very low, and so I have more room for mistakes. But now this is a critical step. Something like this. Okay. Yeah, that will be good enough. A bit more water, a bit more paint. Yes. Second pass. This is just about the paint consistency. It makes it so much easier if it's the right consistency. If it is not, then it's a lot of work, mistakes, and frustration. So here, I have to clean my brush. I come back in. It feels like it's outside. It's hard to see if it's in or out. Which part exactly? This one maybe. Yes, I can see on the brush. I pulled a lot of this white paint, which is not necessarily what I want to do, especially if the paint is at the right spot. I don't want to pull it away from the recess. Oof. Okay, so I think I will leave it like this, and I will just have a pass of my brown express paint and redefine this edge here. Just to have a very clean rendition. All right. I don't know if you see the same thing as I do, but I cannot find the actual recess. Let me help that dry faster. Seems my eyes are being tricked and I cannot see clearly. Right, I believe it should be like so. Yeah, okay. So that's strong enough for the base. That was one. Oh, nothing here. Good news. Nothing on the big torso armor. This is surprising. You get only one here, but what a spot. It's pretty nice because we see it here when you have it from the middle, from the front. So great positioning. I won't have more passes here because I feel I have to although it's bound to be messy. That's good enough. And I'm surprised that's the only carved wound on his armor. Very surprised because he has a lot, right? So guys, I will continue painting, but for this slide specifically, we'll have to get the microphone, at least for a moment, for the reason that there will be a little bit of mess in the house. So I will just be painting. Guys, please chill, put on some music, and follow the stream. Okay guys, the mic is back on. It seems that the situation in the house is very quiet, which is perfect. If you hear something out of the normal, please forgive me. But that allows me to have the mic open and narrate what I'm doing. So here, really getting this eye here is pretty tricky. I need a good coverage, but I think that's pretty fair now. Good enough. Yes, I will do the eyes for all of them. So this one I have done already. Same, like these eyes here in the inside are very hard to get to. So that's, I think I have no better option. Let me check these guys. Oh yeah, that's a lot easier. Should be easier. Except if I'm a fool and I'm being tricked. And this is in fact very hard. Okay. Yeah, this drop of paint that flows in the recesses is really helpful for me to define the shape of the eye. Otherwise, it's very hard to distinguish. Okay, something like this. Okay. Okay. Yes, I want it solid, a solid coat like this. Scratching my eye, sorry guys. Ah, yeah. Eye scratching, one of the most satisfying things ever, isn't it? After painting, of course. Ho, ho, ho. Ooh, yes, beautiful shapes we have here. It's okay. He doesn't look like he's, you know, sometimes when you do the eyes, strabism, you say? Or something, you know, when you have the eyes kind of crossed like this, it's very easy to get that effect painting the eyes. So I think we're fine here. Okay. Up again. Oh yes, okay. So this is the simpler model to paint the eyes on. Oh, but well, let's see for the others. But oh, good. That's fair. Good enough. Could have had more water so that it flows a little bit, because I have some green inside. Oopla, too much water now. Because these eyes will glow. Believe it or not, it will. Yes, creatures of magic, born of magic, filled with magic, and so glowing eyes. Skaven, I don't know if you know this guy's Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Stormfiends, I think maybe to me the best models from the Skaven range. That's my favorite. Yeah, something like this. If there is a bit of a slight mistake, it's okay, because it will be covered with green later. Okay. All right, let's say that's it's okay. I'm afraid I'm damaging the code around. I think I have slightly, but it's okay. So the eyes, especially glowing eyes, it's not as hard as some other parts, right? Because the eyes feels like it's tiny, and it is, but I think the runes were harder to get than the eyes. Okay. You see here we have pretty good definition on both sides. Okay, wow, now we have the teeth. I did this morning in the previous live, the eyes, the face really starts to come together. And I believe that's all of the eyes done because I did the runes and stuff, but forgot about the eyes. Yes, I think now we have two. No, it's not two helmeted heads. Oh, I have to really pay attention to not knock the model with each other. I don't want to damage the paint. A lot of time and effort have been going into this. Okay, so now is this kind of oh yeah, this helmet is also pretty hard because the eyes are pretty inside, pretty deep inside the helmet. So I will just flood the thing. Oof. Holding my breath. It's not the right thing to do. Fine enough, in fact. Yes. Okay, like slow breathing is a lot better than catching your breath because you will need to breathe at some point. And so, okay, something like this. Yeah, good. Pretty clean, yet pretty solid. Let me reload the palette. Greenish white, doing wonders. Yes, if you're wondering what paint you need to buy, instead of doing the colors, I would look at them by value, and we tend to buy, well, we tend, I would say I would buy as a beginner intermediate, like these ones, for instance. This is not super high value, and so I like these guys here. and I noticed I would add some white or blah blah, and why not also buy these paints here, higher value, and here lower value, very dark and very light, and that really helps to bring the contrast we talk about so much. But if you don't have the paints, if you don't have the, so it becomes more complicated. You would have to do the mixes every time. But that's a lot of time in the process. I like it like this. That's good. Oh, and yes, and now I have to do the runes. Okay, let me wash my brush. Okay, now that I have my new paint, just loaded on the palette, fresh paint, nothing better than fresh paint. I'll do the runes. It's gonna be messy, but hey, let's add some water first. It's too much, way too much. God damn. Let's try to sponge a part of it away. Yes, it has worked. Now it's better. Although I would preferably have avoided. Beautiful. Oh, wow. So it's not quite like these inks. The ink would be running and kind of exploding within the recess here. But it's also possible to have something close enough with a paint. So, and what I like with the paint instead of the ink is that it's, sorry, I'm focused here. It doesn't reactivate as easily. And what reactivate means is that, oh, okay, is that when you have another coat of another paint on top, it would then go from dry to liquid again, because the inks, they have different solvents. And the oils, yes, okay, I was saying inks because it works also with inks. In fact, I used to do that with the white ink, but I had this problem of reactivation. And so, but the oils, I think they are the most famous for this kind of effect. Because they would absolutely run all speed, full speed into the recesses. So I think I don't do oils just because I'm too lazy to find the solvent and prepare the stuff and blah blah. So I just do it with the standard acrylic paint. So it's a bit dirty here. I'll have to clean up. Okay. You see, not dry yet. So I made a mess here. Let's have another application of that greenish white. And then I will clean up with my brown. Okay. Yes, and now I take my brown It's kind of a contrast paint, but it's from Vallejo, so it's called Express. I like the Express range over the Games Workshop one because oof, my god, almost swearing on camera. Okay, well, let this here that looks like a slight glow. Okay, now I will just redo this and that will be clean enough. Yes, so I like this range. Let me show you as it dry. Yes, exactly this one. Willow bark, because it's thinner, and in fact, I don't think you would need such a thick application of paint. If I were to use contrast, I would have to thin down every time, and this is more ready to use for my use. Well, thank you, sir. Yes, I just cut my mic a few minutes, like 10 minutes ago, because I had a little bit of noise in the house. And now it's calm. So, well, thank you for your kind words. I may have to cut my mic. If I do, it's because I have a valid reason. But I prefer myself to just explain what I'm doing. Okay, something like this. I think it's fair enough to have this kind of glow like this. Of course, the stronger the base coat, the stronger the grain will pop on. So it's important to have something to take the time to do it well. Well, just like the base here, you see how it pops because it had a strong base. Something like this. I think it's beautiful, like for Skaven's art, right? This thing like crisscrossing. And now the Skaven symbol here. Oof. Wow, dirty job, dirty. So I take my other brush and come and clean. Yeah, clean everything. I would better start from scratch rather than having some spots. Oh, it's okay. Okay, it's good enough. And now that it's all damp in water, I will try something bold. I have a big blob of paint here and try to put it in and see how it flows. Again. And now let's get here. Oh my god. I have to wipe that quickly because white stains a lot. It is not transparent. Okay, something like this. Well, everything is, well, sorry, I have to change my tissue. It's all full of water. It's just full of water. It is good, in fact, to have something that is not too dry when you wipe your brush, so it doesn't take all the water. So that's my second here. So that's why I keep it, even though it's already pretty wet. I keep the tissue because it's kind of perfect like this, to just have something that takes the excess but not everything. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I'm trying to clean up the edges. Without removing the paint that is in the recesses. But then I think I might have to accept the state of things like this. I'm losing patience here slightly. That's why my painting is a bit less controlled. Oh my god. I don't know why. Sometimes it just flows very well. Sometimes it just doesn't. And here it doesn't. And so it's very annoying. Okay, so all the area is watering now, and I will try to again pour some more. Oops, wrong brush. Like this. Okay, let's try again. Oh yeah, now that is a powerful, because I went very bold. With a lot of water and a lot of paint loaded on the brush, and so now I won't touch, because I don't want to pull, like, you know, the brush, if it's empty, it will sponge the water off of the recesses. Something like this. Good. And let me check as it dries. Then I will come back with my brown and to clean up the edges. Let me check if you have anything else. But I don't think so. So that's also the good news. Like this. Okay, I think it's dry. And now taking the brown and redoing the edges. And cleaner. And this is the most important step, and that's why I spend the time to make it good enough for the next steps. If this is not clean, then the next steps there is a white tint somewhere. It's pretty weak and it can be just like a glow or something. I'm very tempted to have another pass. I shouldn't, but I will. Water in the recesses. Here, especially here. Whoops, too much paint. Let's go. Have faith. Oh, pretty clean application. And yes, now I can learn to be happy with what I have, good enough. So it's pretty long, you see, like every slight detail is just long. This morning I did the stitches, I did the teeth, very long, time consuming. But it's okay. I'm still happy because I'm doing 6 at a time. And so even though I'm not doing much on each miniature, I'm doing it on the 6 of them in each painting session. So I see that is advancing, especially doing the live. I do maybe 2 to 3 lives a day while I'm painting these. These are a commission painting, in fact. Somebody asked me to paint their miniatures, and so it's a great way to share that. Usually it's true that when we look for painting videos, most of what we see is edited, and I do that too. In fact, if you go to my channel and you look at my videos, they are, edited to the best of my capacities. But here it's a very different style. Where you see, it's kind of behind the scenes, really. Where you see all the struggles, the back and forth and everything. I will add more water, try to put it in the recess. Like this, and then wipe the excess. Okay, wiping the excess now. Oof, it's going bad. Let me take another brush. I will be rougher with this one. Well, from the top, it doesn't look so bad from here, but I don't know, like from here, it seems that the whole area is painted. So in fact, yeah, I will just let it be, and I will I will wait for it to dry, and then I use some of my brown to shade it back. You know what? I take my dark brown, which is a paint and not the contrast type. And do it right away. And now, oh, good success. And why did I take the paint? Because it doesn't flow everywhere, and I don't want it to flow into like so it's on the other side, but it's the same thing in the recess here. So that's why the consistency of I'm using the paint, the consistency of the paint to help me here. So that's done. Let's check this guy here. Okay. Oops, I went a bit on the white here. Okay, I'll do another pass anyway. This one is pretty easy. Okay. Oof, nice. Okay, good coverage. And we get the eyes. Wow, very good, because here you have, it will be green in a slight spot of green, and here too. So this is a pretty well, how do you say, composed model miniature. The composition is pretty nice. Okay, let me check if I have any other sort of whatever I have to paint on this before I do the scars. So the scars, I will also use this white base coat. All right. Seems that I don't. This guy has no carved runes on his armor. Like, these don't count. I'm talking in the recess. Okay, fair enough. So now that will be the scars. So that's the 6 of them done. So I will start with maybe this one. Oh, okay. No, they go 2 by 2, right? So this is the same as this one. And you see, because it's like this, 2 pair of 3. So in fact, you see here they have the same position, just not the same configuration. Let's start with the one at the back then. This may be my least favorite, although he is cool. But okay, breathe in, breathe out. Because now I will need to be very precise, because the armor is dark, so it's easy to correct, but this is a light, and it has been airbrushed, and so it's very hard to get with a brush the same result that you had with the airbrush, even if it's the same paint. So the tension is pretty high. So you saw here how the brown parts were easy to correct, but this is a very different story. Wish me good luck, and let's do it. I will load my brush pretty fairly and hopefully have a good tip. Yes, that's exactly what I have to do. But that was the easy bit. Okay, I have to go here. Oof. Okay, fair enough. I don't like this configuration here. In fact, if I paint over the stitches, I don't really care. It's easy to correct. Okay. Whew. Breathe in, breathe out. Now I will attack this from here, in this X cross. So I'm doing all the tricky parts before, and so the reward will be the satisfying parts, which is the OS7 stuff. Keep it for the end. So that that's the carrot and the stick. Like this. Yes, more water, and I just touch it with the tip and it should flow like this. It's a bit dirty here. Okay. Something like this. Okay. All right. If I cut my mic, guys, because I have some noise in the house. Okay. Whew. Okay, it's fair enough. It's not the cleanest, but that will do. Maybe no second pass for these because the base coat under the white is already pretty light, so maybe it's not necessary. So that's one. I see I missed this here. And the same for here. Oh no. So not only the scars, but also the stitches will have to be worked on. Did not see them on my first pass. Oops. Bit more water. Because this is coming off the brush, but not willingly. I need something that really flows. Okay, something like this. Oh, that's very bad. Losing patience here. Okay, again. Good enough. Now I have to check the other miniature that has the same sculpt. Yes, at the back here has the same stitches that I also missed, of course. I will reload the paint on the palette. This is quite extensive use of this paint. I would better have a small drop each time and reload rather than having a big spot and then it dries and it's not at the best of the use. Okay. So this I have really to decide if it's good enough. I have something here, a bit more maybe. More water. Whoops. Bad, bad, bad. Let me clean that quickly. Okay, decent enough. And then there is also some here. Very, very tiny amount, very hard to get to. Maybe I think I have to, but I really don't want to. Have a bad feeling about this. Oops. No. Because it will just peel here. There is a flat surface here, so I will just leave it as is. Otherwise, troubles ahead, that's for sure. So here, okay, we have the stitches done, all of them. On the arms like this. Okay. The eyes, the runes, so this is done. Let's do this one. Oh, it has different stitches. Interesting. Oh yeah, here we also have them. Okay, good paint consistency. So let's go. Okay. Perfect. And that's done. That's how you do it. Quick and easy. Oops. My tip. Whoa. Dropped my brush. Okay, here we are. Rinsing and just reload with fresh paint instead of like maybe I would have picked some residue. Hello, François Marion. Glad to see you back again. 07, please explain to me what is 07. Okay, hopefully I will have good run here. Okay. All right, thank you. Wow, I would have never seen the salute if you had not told me. But now I do, thank you. Okay, so that's this scar here. So it's okay, went smoothly. And now, so I have done the 2 arms. And now the leg. Okay, hopefully it will be smooth as well. Okay. It is going pretty well, so it's satisfying. Wow, this is, how am I supposed to paint that? Oof. So the trick I've done here is that I have painted my own line. I don't know if I have followed the path that was given, but who will see? Nobody will see. Something like this, but it must be close enough. Ooh, 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 ooh. Almost messy. Okay. You know what? Clean up, and that will be good. Ah, doesn't clean. Let me take a rougher brush. This is definitely not dry, impossible. It's too quick. Oh, I guess it's just a reflection on the black. Funny. Okay, something like so. And that's perfect. Oof, messy, messy, messy. Not talking about the football player. Oops, sorry, you don't see what I'm doing. Cleaning up here. Okay, clean enough. So I have kind of a hint that there is a scar here, but it's not very pronounced. Whew. Wow, 1, 2, that's it. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I think it's crazy. It's still a big amount of details here for a Games Workshop miniature. I mean, they are always detailed, but this is pretty tricky. How are you supposed to do that as a beginner? You won't. Well, I would say for a company that does STL files to 3D print, I wouldn't understand that they have tricky miniatures because if you buy miniatures that are printed or something, or if you print yourself, it's likely that you are not a beginner. But Games Workshop is the entrance, the doorway to the hobby. I think it's good enough. Okay, so that's 2. Oh my god. Whew. 1 and 2. Oh my god. Let me double check. Okay, and then I will have to redo some of the stitches, but I will. It depends, you know. If there is some white on the top of the stitches, I cover it with green, and that could read as an OSL. And so it's not necessary to have everything perfectly covered. But I will have a look once I will have finished. Ooh. Okay. Oops. Like this. Well, indeed, I do have an accent because English is not my mother tongue, because I am French. And so making efforts to speak English while I paint, but that's how you communicate with the world. Okay. So we have stitches up there, the arm. Oh, nice. That has become my favorite model because it has only one scar. The eyes were easy. Wow, I think after this one, I will take a short break because my butt hurts. I've been sitting too long. It's been an hour and a half. And the afternoon is never as fresh as the morning. Well, thank you very much. Are you not the kindest? You are very kind. I found that when I speak slower, I can articulate better. So that's why I'm a bit slow on the pronunciation. I would rather say less, but that people can understand. More water, more paint. If I can use the physics here of flowing into the recesses. Okay, let's go. Wow, this is going deep under the arm. Oops, sorry, you cannot see much. Wow. Okay, like this is pretty good. Oof. It's messy, but I will keep it. A bit more water. Oh yes, the FAMAS. It's the known to have like bullets that will ricochet inside the body, isn't it? Thus being pretty deadly. Oops. Okay, let me correct that quickly. I had the correct paint consistency, but oof. Right, and when your paint is wet enough, you see how easy that was to clean. So that's very helpful if you have paint that dries instantaneously, then it's hard to clean. Okay. Oh, nice, nice. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. Brace. I lost my tip. But it's okay because if the overflow is on the stitches, I don't care. I just don't want it to overflow on the skin. Oh, no, it's fine. It looks fine. Okay. Okay. Ooh, more water. Reshape that tip. More water. You see, if I see that it doesn't flow or want to spread into the recess, it's that there is not enough water. Like this is a lot better. Yes. So I sacrificed the precision just to kind of be done with it. And now I will clean. On the other side. Okay. And okay, now I will connect these two parts of the line in the recess here. Okay, fair enough. Yes, fair enough. And then I will finish it around the arm here. Okay. Ooh, that's a bit thick. Thicker than the skull. But let's just say that it is a big scar. And that will do. Okay. I do some cleanup just here, I think, on the biceps. Do something to... But because it's very light already, it doesn't quite... The difference, sorry, between the greenish white and the highlight isn't that stark. And so that's why, even though there is a mistake here, kind of overflow, it's not really shocking. But because I will take pictures after of the models, on the pictures, all the defects will just show more. But yeah, that will be done. This. Okay. I do the other one directly, the same. So beat the iron while it's hot. Oof. I'm trying to do as much as I can with the consistency I have now, which is pretty nice. Okay, so there is some overflow here, but in fact, because it's a skin that is stitches together, oh well, no excuses. This is too much. Oof. You see, because it's very watery, when I pull my brush in, it also removes all the paint. But never mind, I will come back again with my white, well, greenish white. And try to put back some of the paint that I sponged away with the brush. Oof, that is bad. Okay, better. Okay, nice. Yeah, now, ooh, that's a unprofessional stitch that the Skaven Grandmaster did here, going up and down. Maybe he was in a hurry. Stitch them up and then send them. Go get some more warpstone. Okay, and this guy doesn't have the shoulder pad, so this is exposed contrary to the previous one. And that's the best, really. Just touching and it flows in the recess. Oh, I cannot see. Okay, fair enough. Whew. Oh, sorry, you cannot see, it's not in frame. Oh, okay, nice. Cleaned up with a big drop of water, kind of cleaned everything, but not in the recess, so perfect. So that's the lucky brush stroke I was talking about. That's the magic of painting. Sometimes the same technique doesn't work, and sometimes there's just this bit of magic that comes and help you. Clean my brush, just to make sure here there is no paint that is drying, especially the white paints. Okay, I'm not really pulling on the hair, I'm just scraping here with my nail and removing any residue. Okay. Okay, reloading the paint on the brush. And, oh yes, I was here, okay. This, that, and that's the only bit on this guy, right? I think this guy has less armor, but still no stitches. Good. Yes, 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 very good. Okay, I'm happy about that. It's not my favorite. I like do NMM, I like doing OSL. I don't like doing precise lining work like this. well, it's not fun. It's a lot of control. Always mistakes to correct. Okay, it's fine enough though. Okay, fine. And then we finish here. Okay. So that's the, how to say, behind the scenes of painting. The not sexy aspect, which is a lot of control, endurance, and pain. I've been sitting for, it's about to be 2 hours very soon, in like 8 minutes. And I have to say, my butt is ordering me to stand up and, you know, just have a little walk just in the apartment. It's okay. But not necessarily outside. But my brain says, no, my brain does what? Tells me to go to sleep, have a rest. So really I have to be myself, right? My spirit, my soul has to tell myself, my body, to stop whining and do what I have to do. This is painting miniatures and doing dioramas. Okay, nicely done. And you know, yes, I will finish the two. Hopefully they don't have too many. Ouch. I see one on the leg here, one on the arm, and let me rinse my brush. Well, let me just stand up now, and I will sit down. Oh yeah. Oh. Before the so it's the last effort, the last line. Stretching a bit. Oh yeah. And getting ready for the two last miniatures. The good thing is that they have the same layout, so they should have the same how to say, scars. So it's easy to do one and then straight after that the other one. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's get back to work. All right, let's check now. So one on the arm, one on the leg. Left arm, left leg, I believe. Yes, oh, that's here. You can compare here on the leg, here on this leg is the same. So yep. All right, let's do it. Like this. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Yes, okay, that will be. Let me check if I have enough paint. Yes. More water, and let's go. Okay, that was swift. Yes, here it's harder because the recess is not very marked. And so, of course, okay, like this. Okay, that will be nice enough. You see here, it's marked, but here, not that much. And here I would need drier paint, but now it's pretty thin down. Fine enough, fine enough. Okay. Oof. Terrible, terrible. Pfft. Oh no. It's a dishonorable job. Dishonorable job. The good thing is that it's easy to clean because my paint is so thin. Okay. Now let's be serious for a while and do that like this. This is what we want. Hello, Jonathan, Raphael. I don't like what I'm doing now. So I will try to just put some water inside here and bring in a drop, solid drop of water in there, of paint. I don't like it. Maybe it's the configuration, the precise configuration. That is not helping. but right now I'm struggling to do it. Okay. Okay, I will clean up the edges a little bit because it has gotten pretty dirty here and here. Okay, I think that will be enough, even though it's barely noticeable. Okay, better. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I seem to do good. Around 1 hour of painting, 2 hours is really maybe slightly beyond my current limits, and so I struggle. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I won't touch this. It was too much pain. Too painful. Okay. Oh yeah, it continues underneath here. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, let's try. Very hard to access. I don't know if you see here there is a stitch, but after that there is the scar continues. Let me check if I can. Oh my god, I have this whole area. Ooh. Okay. Again. All right. Good enough. Okay, that will just. Yeah. Yeah, something like this, and that will be good enough because this is very hard. And you see, when you have the model like this, in fact, do you see it? No, you don't. Wow, it's just Oh, a better angle. Okay. Make things better. Okay. Oh, you cannot see. Okay. Yes, I'm painting this here. It's very, very unfriendly angle. But that will do. Here it is. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, more water. You see, I cannot get into this recess here, which is quite annoying. But of course, I get all around the recess, but not inside the recess. That's a classic. Okay, I will leave it like this. No, impossible. Impossible. Okay. Okay, something like this. It's a bit extreme, but this only works with the extreme solution, apparently. I've tried to be gentle, but yeah, good enough, good enough. And now I'm so lucky that I have the second one to do. Wow, I feel grateful. But on the other hand, it's the last one, so... And after that, I will have done almost all the painful base coating for the green effects. So whew, that will be a relief. And then I will have some work on the pipes also. Well, of course, the crystals and stuff, but that won't be as critical as this. This is precision work. Takes ages for just this tiny line, but that's not my strength here, definitely not. If I have, yeah, I do have strength. I'm brave. So yeah, just go for it and hold on. And okay. Here I see something that's catching my attention. Here there's a slight spot just here. So we'll go in. Okay. Yes, here we go. Wow. The leg is done, the arm is done, and now to the last one. Celebration. The last one. Start with the leg because it's the quickest, and so on. Once I will have only the arm left, that's psychological relief. Wow. Oh. Not much room to maneuver here. But yes, I will clean up. Yes, half of the painting session is clean up. It's a bizarre thing here. Let me have it like this. Try to push it in the recess. I have erased it, but it's okay. Okay, now I see the recess better. And now I can operate. Okay. Well, in fact, I think it's perfect. Yep. So to this part now, the other arm. Hey, it looks easier than the first one. Well, of course, we have this dreadful pass under the arm. Let me do something. I will reload my a drop of paint so I have more to maneuver, and hopefully that will be smoother. Okay. And quicker, hopefully. If it's smooth, you don't need to retouch the mistakes, and okay, the brush is being loaded. Yeah, it's a good load like this. You see here, and hopefully magic happens. Yes, sort of. Sort of, yeah. Fine enough. Like here. Oh, very nice. It's very hard to get into these when there are so many stitches like this. The brush cannot even enter. I have to re-flood the area. Right? So let's do it. And then I will wipe the excess. And hopefully there will be enough paint staying in the recess so that we haven't done this for nothing, but I think it's working, so that's the good news. Okay. Yeah, I won't touch it too much. I think I had the same problem on the previous guy. So of course I will clean that up. Although it's kind of getting into the recesses on its own. Like this. Whew. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I think I will just try not to waste too much time on this. I will cover it in green when the time comes. That will be good enough. And here though, I can do something cleaner. Yes, now that's very clean. Clean enough, I mean. Oh, okay, very good. Wow, if you have learned something important in these lives, I'm doing really is wiping the mistakes. This really is the most the hardest part. Is the base coding. If you have seen how I have done the basis in previous lives, you will know it's exactly the same. The white part is as long as it's 50% or maybe 60% of the job, especially if you consider time. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. So I'm holding my second brush in my hand, in my mouth. That's why I could not talk. But here you can see there's just a sense that is continuing here under the arm, but just enough to give the sense. But I haven't dug into very far. Okay. So now the trickiest part here under there. Reloading the brush. Fresh paint, fresh bristles, yes. And for the last step. Oops. Okay, you know what? Let's have a bit of water to kind of work on a wet area so that maybe it will flow better straight into the recess, because this is a tough line here, like no access, but it's still pretty visible. Okay. Well, it's not quite no access, but limited access. And the first lining is the hardest because I can barely see where I have to put the paint, and so maybe something to take into account. So now I kind of know, right? But this is enough really to tell where the line is going. Now we have second pass. Okay, I'll clean up slightly and then that will be done. So whew, I have a well-deserved break after this. I don't know if I will come back later for a third live. I'm pretty tired now. I have done 2 big lives. I would rather do 3 shorter, but also once I've started the step, I like to finish. But of course, these ones, they are not very friendly, pretty hard. I think that will be it. More paint. Trying to load that into this recess. Okay, nice, it's working. Yes. Okay. So I think that will be it. Ooh, here. Yes, it has worked very good. The first time I remember I had failed to put that into the recess, but now it's done. Okay. Whew. Doesn't look like so, but this is 2 hours of work just to do the base on the base work on the stitches. Crazy. I have never timed my work before because I don't watch the clock while I paint, but now I see the duration of the live, so I know. Okay. Yes, very good. Okay. Wow. Good. And the next step will be starting to work on the glow. I will start with the stitches because it's exact same principle as this, and it's once the base coat is done, it's not that hard to add the green. The white really is the toughest part to do. And then I will start to work on the gems. Well, the gems, the warpstone bits, and Up, give me a second. I've seen something that I want to correct. I want to fix that here. Okay, good. And then after that, there will be the OSL. Sorry, the OSL, the glow. And with the OSL, it's pretty sure that I will spray on the warpstone here. So I may have to rework that warpstones again. But the spray also helps to blend. So I will do that like this. Okay, guys? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see in the next live. Today I'm a bit tired, like I said. I may pop later in the evening for me, maybe in like 4 or 5 hours. But maybe not, likely not. Maybe 4 hours, yes. Maybe not, I'm a bit tired. Had a big session today, so thank you very much for riding along, and see you next time.